Rita Winkler, president of the Murray Parents Association. Murray Center is located in Southern Illinois. In this series, you will meet just a few of the amazing Murray Center families. You will hear about their struggles and triumphs and hopefully gain an understanding of why Murray Center is so critical, not just for these families and their loved ones, but for the entire community.
I'm Rita Hicks. I am the legal guardian and sister of Renee Sharp. I am a certified QIDP, which is the case manager for people. I did that for 15 years, and right now I'm doing child welfare. Renee moved to Murray Center in 1979 when she was 8 years old. I think from what I understand from my parents is Renee's behaviors were getting out of control, and it was to the point where I was getting hurt. I was getting beat up and not able to defend myself. She went to Judavine school during the day, but on the evenings and weekends we didn't have anybody for daycare to help with her, and it was becoming overwhelming. She moved to Murray. My dad said actually he remembers she was private pay way back then. His Peabody Coal Company was paying the bill. She was private pay. And then she tried in 1984, I think it said, to move to a SILA program, one of the first ones in Belleville. They thought it would be a lot closer to us. And I know she had a broken arm there. They didn't have explanations for how it happened. But her file says within 3 years that place closed down due to financial problems. And then she moved back to Murray Center. And I think it was 2004, she moved to Clinton Manor, which is a smaller size home where I actually worked. And I thought, that would be perfect. I'll see her every day. And actually, she got really bad. She hadn't had behavior problems in a very long time. She ended up in a psychiatric hospital. And then we met with a group from Murray, and our prayers were answered because just in one meeting they said, get her back home. That is where she needed to be, and it was very simple because they thought it was going to be a very complicated, once you leave, you can't get back in. And they just literally said in one meeting, get her back home. It's not for everybody. I worked in them, so I know who can live there and what kind of supports they need. And just some residents are not comfortable. Renee seems to do much better with a larger crowd. She likes to be off to the side of the crowd. She doesn't like to be in the crowd. But again, she likes to pace and walk all day, every day. And being in a small house, she's just bumping into walls and there's nowhere to walk. Where her room is, in the group room, she just walks that hallway, and that seems to lower her anxiety versus being in a home. She wouldn't have that freedom to walk up and down the hall. It would probably be a short hallway. When we were going through the closure process, we were looking at houses to possibly purchase and then rent to an agency so that we would have some control over where she would be living. Because again, working in the field, I saw some of the houses they were purchasing. And if they were moving her out of Murray and moving her into a place, to me, she was going to have a brand new place. Why would you buy a home built in 1970 something when you could buy a house that was brand spanking new? For the money they were paying, I got to see the back end. I knew what they were paying. I know how much they were charging. So we were looking at purchasing her a brand new house so that we could have some control over the design and the size of the yard and things like that. Well, the stress of the closure, the building was just different. I mean, you'd walk in, the staff were nervous, the residents were nervous, everybody was having increased behaviors, yelling and screaming. It was a very scary time. Nobody was happy. They were canceling outings. People weren't going out as much as they are now. You know, now sometimes I show up, they're like, oh, she just left. They went shopping or they went out to eat and they stayed busy. During that time, that wasn't happening. She was always there. You can just tell that the clients are used to being in their own environment. They're not afraid or bashful to ask the staff for stuff, where before I think they were kind of scared to ask for stuff. Now they seem very casual, very comfortable to ask the staff for anything they need. She is very routine. She gets up about the same time every day. She goes to workshop. They try to get her to do production work at workshop. She doesn't like to. She likes to supervise and drink soda. But she loves to go every day. If the bus pulls up and she doesn't get on it, she gets very upset and nervous because she just likes to go. She likes to stay busy. She enjoys living with the girls that she lives with. Usually somebody new moves in. She might have a little bit of adjustment, but she enjoys being with all the girls. She likes walking the halls, peeking in on them, seeing what they're doing, inviting them into her room to look at her movies, look at her videos. We have decorated it to as much as we can. Pictures, photographs, childhood. Right now she's into a big cheetah phase, so I think we have lots of leopard and cheetah print going on. She has a bird feeder outside her window. Do you feed the birds every day? She's supposed to feed the birds every day, so she has a bird feeder. She likes to watch the staff come in and out of the window and out of the building. She had moved when they were trying to close the place down and the census got real low. They kept finding her at night down the hall in a room with no sheets on it. So they said, well, since they're going to close it anyway, who cares? And they let her, the staff just moved her to a room by herself, and now she's still in that room by herself. But she's taking it over, making it hers. She has her own rocking chair, her own decorations. We have posters on the wall, pictures on the walls, anything to make her feel at home. They have a dance every month, and she will dance all night long. That is her favorite activities, the dances. The prom, the staff enjoyed dressing Renee up because she loves shoes, and like she can wear small high heels, so she was very excited to wear the makeup and the prom dress and be fancy for a night. Yeah, and get her picture taken and dance with boys. And she was very excited because they brought some of the ladies all had corsages with their fancy dresses, and it was nice. She does a lot of shopping and going out to eat. Those are her two biggies. I think she has participated in going to basketball games. She usually goes to a baseball game every summer where they go to the Grizzlies game and they rent out the little clubhouse upstairs and they bring them food and soda, and she loves that. That's one of her favorite activities every year is going to the Grizzlies game. Yeah, you like to do that one. She used to go roller skating. There was a group that used to go roller skating, and she would go roller skating. Well, I don't even know that it's Murray Center, it's the town. We walked in here, we pulled up here, and we walked in the wrong door. We went to the other end of the church. They're having a baby shower, and two ladies said, "Good morning, Renee, how are you?" I don't know who they are, but this is a town that knows Murray Center, and they know the people that live there. And so again, we walk into Walmart, people are like, "Oh, hey, Renee, how are you today?" We go into, it doesn't matter what we go in town, people always have to talk to her because they know her. I don't know them, but she's either they worked at the workshop, or they used to work there, or they volunteered there, or they were in the church program that used to come there and volunteer. Everywhere she goes, somebody knows her. And anything that we can do to make her happy so that we do not have behaviors or we do not have medications, that's the best therapy.